Yeah, she's here. Yeah, she's right there. Oh yeah, I know. But it's good. It's all good. The boys are on that side.
Okay. This is good, Pete. Don't mention this.
Just welcome them here.
No, but don't say it.
What do you mean? I'm just going to read the proclamation.
Yeah, but don't say, okay, now for the presentation, it's on his 90th birthday. Just say, okay, let's
Yeah, okay.
It's surprising. He's rubbing them down.
He just called me. He said he didn't call me. He apologized for not calling earlier. No, I just said it's so good of you to join us. What's going on? We have to start out.
For real. For real. I think she's from England.
The last one, I don't know if there's third.
Did you see Ed Natal come in?
Hmm?
You didn't see Ed Natal come in, did you?
I did not. The matrix said if he comes at all, it's going to be for the 8 o'clock meeting.
It's good. Do a little photo session, get the
I
girls
think
on
I'm going
like
to do the
this.
girls first, even though the boys are first.
Okay. That's your choice.
Where are the boys? I didn't see them. They're over on the left
Yeah,
here.
supposedly they're not in uniform.
Okay.
That's why we don't
Well,
recognize
the girls
them.
are right here, so I'm going to
Yeah,
do it. And they
they're-
look so nice, I'm going to do
They're in
them first.
uniform.
Nancy, I guess we're ready? Where's my gavel? I'm on. Everybody on? Tim, you on?
Yep.
Okay, the 7 p.m. work session meeting of the Wyckoff Township Committee for Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022 is now in session. Nancy, we'll have a roll call, please.
Mr. Madigan?
Here.
Mr. Melchiong?
Here.
Ms. Rubenstein? Mr. Shanley?
Here.
And Mayor Boonstra.
Here. And the open work session statement.
This regular work session meeting of the Wykoff Township Committee is now in session. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this meeting appears on our annual schedule of meetings. A copy of said annual schedule has been posted on the bulletin board in Memorial Town Hall. A copy has been filed with the municipal clerk and has been posted on our municipal website. And a copy has been emailed to the Record, the Ridgewood News, and the North Jersey Herald News, all newspapers having a general circulation throughout the Township of Wykoff. At least 48 hours prior to this meeting, the agenda thereof was similarly posted, filed, and emailed to said newspapers.
Thank you, Nancy. Okay, now, before we go any further, we have some groups here tonight that we're going to address, but before we go any further, I have a very special presentation and proclamation, and I'd like to read the proclamation first. Whereas Kenneth Herman was born in Englewood, New Jersey, and in 1945 entered service in World War II and served in George Patton's Third Army, qualifying for the Communications Unit and becoming Communications Chief within 4 short months. And whereas, as he served his country, Sergeant Herman found himself in a variety of posts, including being assigned to the warship USS America in command of a crew of 2,000 and guarded German prisoners during the Nuremberg trials. And whereas Sergeant Kenneth Herman earned the World War II Victory Medal, European Theater Medal, Army Occupation Medal, Good Conduct Medal, and New Jersey Distinguished Service Medal, and a Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition. And whereas after the war, utilizing the GI Bill, Kenneth Herman finished high school at night while working during the day, and then attended Florida Southern College, Boston University, the State University of Iowa, and Columbia University, earning degrees in psychology. And whereas Dr. Herman became the first board-certified clinical psychologist and a fellow in the American Academy of Clinical Psychologists, opening a psychological center in Teaneck, New Jersey. And whereas Ken Herman has been married to his wife Benita for over 62 years, raising 4 children, Michael, Joseph, Deborah, and Rebecca, whom he reports as being thriving adults, credit them with bringing 9 grandchildren into their lives. Whereas Ken and Benita have called Wykoff their home since 1967, and Ken used his talents coaching baseball for his sons Mike and Joe, where his background in psychology was certainly tested. Whereas Ken adores his daughters Deborah and Rebecca and supported them through the years, enjoying several varieties of Girl Scout cookies and was their biggest fan on the softball diamond. And whereas Dr. Ken Herman has taught at the university level, appeared many times on radio and television shows, lectured extensively, and even authored a book, Secrets from the Sofa, a psychologist's guide to achieving personal peace. And whereas Dr. Herman is often invited to speak to veterans and seniors, offering advice on how to live their senior years in the most productive ways, and continues to work out at the YMCA, encouraging others. And whereas Dr. Ken Herman served as the Grand Marshal and guest speaker at our 2019 Memorial Day Parade in Wykoff, where he gave an emotional and inspiring speech on his experiences and feelings for the Army, America, and his love for his country. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Township Committee of the Township of Wykoff, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the Township of Wykoff sincerely thanks Dr. Ken Herman for his kind, professional, and extraordinary service to Wykoff and to our country as we celebrate him on the occasion of his 95th birthday. And Dr. Herman and his family are here tonight with us. Let's give them a real round of applause. Thank you, Ken. So you want to say something?
Hard to believe I did all those things. That's what happens when you live so long, you know. I'm always really surprised when somebody compliments me for something that I did, because I just do what I can to make the world a little better. That's why I think the good Lord's keeping me around. I'm a helper. This has been a good town for us. We raised our children here. It's a great community. I was fortunate enough to be the keynote speaker at the Y, the keynote speaker at the Veterans Program on Memorial Day, and had a lot of fun coaching baseball for 13 years. And this is, I can't even believe this evening. Can't believe that a little guy like me who repeated the 3rd grade and was the guidance I got in high school was quit school and go to work. School is not for you. And here I am standing before you nice people telling me I'm a pretty good guy. Well, people ask me what attributes to my longevity. Do the best you can. Do the things that make you proud. Help somebody that's in need. Make every day count. And that's what's made my life beautiful. Is my wife, 87 years old. She wasn't that old when I married her. 4 great children. I count my blessings every day, folks. So, if I were going to give you any advice, and I'm an advice giver, I would say, make your days meaningful, help somebody in need, be grateful for every day. It's a gift to be alive. I can't imagine something like this happening to me. I can't imagine I'm standing here talking to you tonight and being told I'm a good guy because I did a few good things. I just tried my best, and you can't ask for any more than that. Try your best. Thank you very much, folks.
Thank you, Ken.
Who made this happen. I came here tonight thinking that my son was going to be complimented.
Thank you, Ken. We'll see you in 5 years, okay?
I should live so long.
We're praying for you, man, let me tell you. Yeah. Thank you for everything you've done for life, really. But let's get your family up here for a picture first. And then we'll, and a politician.
Yes, I did, I just made you one, I had to handwrite in something, but you'll be good. I made a bunch of copies, but I left it downstairs because I was doing something else for somebody else. No, that was good.
It's just a family, right? It's gonna be a family.
This is a big family.
Joey,
Yeah, I'll say, come on.
We brought a big
the stage right.
That's great.
Stage right.
Not at all, thank you. Thank him.
Ken's brother.
Brothers right here.
Put him next to Benita.
He's only
Okay.
97.
I tell you, there's 185 years of fun right there. All right, you guys, squeeze a little bit.
Turn a little piece.
Double up, no, just double up a little bit. As long as your face. How do we double up? Double up a little bit. Live in the, you're perfect, you're good, no, you're good. You're good. You gotta squeeze. One gotta get in front of the other. Pick who gets in front of the other. No, you're okay, you were fine. Right there, you're good. You guys have a camera you want us to use too? Cheese. Thanks, Thank you. Okay, good. We're gonna get in this next one. Good, you got
I have the proclamation.
I wanna stay next to Benita, because she makes me look tall.
All right, is that good enough? Linda, you hold the proclamation.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ken. Happy birthday to you.
Okay. I'm just going to move the agenda around here a little bit. And we're going to do, we have proclamations here for the Eisenhower Middle School girls basketball team, who are right in the front with us here. What a great looking team you have in your uniforms and everything. Really great. And their coaches are here, and Dr. Postman, our superintendent of schools, is here. Dr. Postman, you're back there somewhere. Wave so we can, so welcome to her. Thank you for joining us. And without further ado, I will just read the proclamations for our girls basketball team. Whereas the 21-22 Dwight D. Eisenhower Middle School Generals girls basketball team, representing Wyckoff in the North Bergen Middle School Athletic League as the 2022 NBMSAL champion by virtue of their convincing 55-38 victory in the championship game over Riverdale on Friday, February 15th, 2022 at Eisenhower Middle School in Wyckoff. And whereas this exceptional group of players completed their season with a combined record of 12 wins and 0 losses. Wow. This outstanding team's hard work and dedication, combined with its great offensive and defensive skills, led the team to an overall margin of victory during the season of 620 to 230. And whereas the undefeated championship basketball team benefited greatly from the dedication, commitment, and leadership of their head coach, James Chiarlo, and their assistant coach, Brian Saxton. And whereas a special group of girls, Emily Corallo, Ashley DeLeo, Emily Dyer, Camden Epstein, Grace Gilbert, Trinity Horn, Tony Pernetti, Ellie Sanborn, Grace Saxton, and Maddie Saxton achieved these extraordinary feats due to their commitment of unselfish team play, tireless work ethic, outstanding basketball skills, and their overall commitment to the game of basketball. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the 21-22 Dwight D. Eisenhower Middle School girls basketball team of Wyckoff, New Jersey, and their head coach, James Chiarlo, is hereby extending congratulations on behalf of our entire community for the significant success they have achieved, and our thanks in serving as a positive role models for the young athletes of our community, and for illustrating the rewards that can be achieved through commitment and diligence in pursuing excellence. Signed by myself as mayor, and Thomas Madigan, Peter Melchione, Melissa Rubenstein, and Timothy Shanley, the rest of the Township Committee. So thank you very much for representing our township. Thank you. Now we have a full color, ready to frame proclamation for each of you, which we will give out my head. So why don't we start here, and then we can line up over here. So let's let's start here. Congratulations. Thank you. 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 Good job. Congratulations. Good job. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Good job, Coach. Thank you. Good job.
You gotta squeeze it.
No one just called Brian.
Dave, you have that on, right?
I need to get a picture from Township.
Is that our games?
Oh, that's great. Join in. Anyone else? You good? Congratulations. Snuck up behind you. We'd like to also thank the family members who are here tonight and those who are not here tonight for supporting their student athletes in our athletic program. So thank you very much. Give them a round of applause. Okay.
Chris Pernetti, who serves on our rec board, Chris Pernetti, who serves on our rec board, is there.
Okay.
as well.
Now we have a presentation to the Eisenhower Middle Boys Soccer Team and congratulating them for winning their league championships. So I will read the boys soccer team proclamation. The 2021 Dwight D. Eisenhower Middle School Generals boys soccer team, representing Wyckoff in the North Bergen Middle School Athletic League, is the 2021 NBMSAL Championship by virtue of their 5-2 victory in the championship game over Franklin Lakes on November 9th, 2021 at Eisenhower Middle School Field in Wyckoff, New Jersey. And whereas the exceptional group of players completed their season with a combined record of 12 wins and only 1 loss, avenging that sole loss to Franklin Lakes in the championship game. And whereas the outstanding team's hard work and dedication combined with its great offensive and defensive skills led the team to a #1 seed in the playoffs and the eventual championship. And whereas the champions soccer team benefited greatly from the dedication and commitment and leadership of their head coach, Aldo Cassio. And whereas a special group of boys, Zach Calderon, Caleb Castro, Declan Conklin, Luke D'Altilio, Logan Durand, James Fitzmaurice, Alex Johnson, Kyle Keintop, Jack Kleinschmidt, Ethan Quack, Justin Madigan, Caden O'Connell, Sean O'Neill, Dylan Petruzzi, Jake Preziosi, Gabriel Senande, Philip Strauff, Declan Tosney, and Adam Werminski achieved these extraordinary feats due to their commitment to unselfish team play, tireless work ethic, outstanding soccer skills, and their overall commitment to the game of soccer. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Township of Wyckoff, the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that the 2021-2022 Dwight D. Eisenhower Middle School Boys Soccer Team of Wyckoff, New Jersey, and their head coach, Aldo Cassio, are hereby extended congratulations on behalf of our entire community for the significant success they have achieved, and our thanks for serving as positive role models for the young athletes of our community and for illustrating the rewards which can be achieved through commitment and diligence in pursuing excellence. Thank you, guys. Good job. Okay, now it's your turn. So why don't we come around this way, and we'll do the proclamations here. Come on, guys, get your proclamation. Suitable for whom? Congratulations, thank you. Congratulations, thank you. Congratulations, thank you. Congratulations, thank you, good job. Congratulations, thank you. Congratulations, thank you. Congratulations, thank you. Congratulations, thank you. More congratulations, thank you.
Sir, I'll take the rest. I'm the athletic director.
Okay, okay, great. Thank you, okay.
Dr. Postman, come on up.
Come on, folks.
I'll get you. He's not here. Our superintendent is.
Yeah, we are. Well, let's give the soccer parents a round of applause too. Thank you all. Okay, now, we're gonna take a 5-minute recess because I know you're all dying to stick around here and get a scintillating lesson in municipal government. But if you'd like to leave, you can leave. So we'll take a 5-minute recess. Thank you.
Sir.
This guy's here.
These are my girls. They're going to treat you well.
Should we, are we? Who? Theo Herman, he's the grade below us? Yeah.
Dr. Postman, can you come in?
You can't get it.
There you go. That's a really great picture.
Alright, call it good enough.
Good group of girls.
Good job, man. Good to see you.
Oh yeah, no, I was holding it like this and it was nice and crazy. Hello. Thank you. Hi. Good job. Thank you. Whoops.
Dr. Postma. I have one job to do. Watch the back. Nice to meet you. He's good. All right, fantastic. Like the whole cruise. Tracy. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a great night.
I mean, this wasn't here, we had a full report on Washington, Philadelphia, something. Well, of course. That's the way it goes. Huh? Yeah, he's got to put him to sleep. Yeah.
All right. Do we have to do closed session? Thank God. Yeah. Well, hey, I can still say thank God. Just because I'm getting tired. It's been a long work day, an hour worth of coaching, and I'm ready for bed. I think that's the most we've had this.
Thanks for this,
courtroom
Nancy.
Full.
It did. It did.
You thought it was like, oh no, what is this?
Next time I'll do it for all of them.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Next time I'll do it for all of them.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. That was really, really nice. Tom, thanks for helping with that as well. Okay, back to business. Is everything signed? The Finance Committee has reviewed and signed vouchers?
Yes.
We had a wild time getting them signed this week, but I guess everything's done. That's great. All right, I'll open the meeting now. I'll take a motion to open the meeting for 10-minute period for public comment, 2 minutes per speaker.
So move.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes, okay. Please step forward to the microphone if you wish to say anything, or call 201-891-7000, extension 2220, if you wish to make a comment. Good evening.
Good evening to everyone. I'm Janet Toomey, and I'm a member of the Spring Meadow community across the street. and a relatively, I'm here for 5 years, so I'm in. And I just wanted to let you know that there was a wonderful, opportunity for the Spring Meadow people to donate to the Ukrainian people. I don't know if any of you heard about it, but I only heard about it in the beginning of the week. It was a 1-week notice. They filled 3 full SUVs plus a truck and sent it to the Ukrainian church in, I believe it was,
Passaic, I believe.
Mistake, probably.
okay, yeah. And it was just by word of mouth we heard about it. And I just thought it was wonderful that 2 people just said, let's get some stuff together, and so we're good neighbors, I'm happy to tell you. And I said to them, I'm at the town meetings, and if anyone has any questions, let me know and I can ask about them, because I'm learning myself about our town. I was in Ridgewood for 45 years. I'm a slow learner. I stay a long time. But anyway, but this is a lovely town, a lovely town.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And anyway, so I said, if you have anything you want me to ask, well, goodness gracious, be careful what you ask for. So
Sure,
I got
sure.
just the people hanging around giving their stuff, they heard that and they asked me. One thing that people wanted to know is about the recycling.
Just
and
hold 1 second till the train passes.
Oh, sure.
I think we're good, thank you.
Okay. The first question was an odd one, I thought, but they wanted to know about the brick house, which is on Wyckoff Avenue, at the end of Wyckoff Avenue, where it intersects, at the intersection there.
You mean the brownstone?
Brownstone.
Oh, the brownstone. I'm
Right.
thinking, I wrote down the wrong thing. You're right, the brownstone. And they wanted to know about it, why it isn't sold. I think they said that they heard that the man doesn't want to sell it, which is the best reason I could think of, but,
It's his residence. He actually lives
Yeah.
there. So
yeah, but he's down in Florida.
I don't know if he's physically there, but it's his
He
residence.
sold the liquor license, though.
They want to know where it went. So honestly, I would never think of that in a million years, but
Yeah,
Well,
gentleman bought it.
right,
He
Rob,
hasn't found a
yeah.
place for it yet.
is it going to stay within Wyckoff?
It has to stay with
It
us.
has to stay.
Oh,
in
that's
Wyckoff,
good.
yeah.
They'll be happy to
Yeah,
hear that.
we understand he's looking for a place to locate it, to open up a restaurant with it.
Okay,
But he has not yet been able to find
Yeah.
something he's looking for.
okay, that's good. And somebody knows,
He's also a Wyckoff resident, the gentleman that bought it.
okay,
So it's in
wonderful. And somebody knows that man who owns that house, they're very good friends of the son. And the son is saying, I don't know, he's down in Florida, and he doesn't tell me anything, so the son doesn't know himself. And then they asked about, there was a non-working streetlight on Spring Meadow Avenue, and it's been out for quite a while. And do I just call somebody at town, or how do people handle?
What's that?
Is it a private road?
No, isn't that Spring Meadow, doesn't it
I
go
don't know.
down?
Is Spring Meadow a
No,
private
Drive.
road?
No, they want to know what road we're talking about.
Either way.
On
Either
Spring
way, I'll
Meadow?
look at it tomorrow.
All right, we'll check
And
into
then-
it.
And then you call the utility, that should
You
fit.
know how you go down to Spring Meadow is on the right?
Okay, it's on the
community-
right as you go in Spring Meadow toward
It's
the
gotta be
ball
Orange
field.
and
It's
Rockland.
down toward where the fields are,
Okay.
further down.
Okay,
And
we'll
it's been
check-
out for quite a while, they
We'll
said.
check it out.
And they said they need it.
Okay.
People who are
Well,
down
it should be
there.
working.
And
It
you
should be
just heard
working.
our administrator said he's got a list of it, he'll contact the utility to try to get it
Oh,
replaced.
okay, great, thank you. All right, and, let's see. Okay, and they wanted to know about the recycling. I see that one of the yogurts that is very often bought and used in the community and around went from a 6 to a 5. And can't recycle 6, but they can recycle 5.
That is correct.
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 And they want to know why you can't recycle 6. They were happy that this.
Tom, do you have an answer on that? You're more familiar with the packaging material.
Yeah, so 6 is polystyrene. So polystyrene is incompatible because there's different types of polystyrene.
Okay.
There's that clear polystyrene, and it's just incompatible with recycling, recapsuling.
Okay.
But the 5 is a polypropylene, and they capture that, and we use that.
Okay, well, a matter of chemistry then. Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
And the same, I think, with the caps. They want to know why they can't recycle the caps. I thought it was a good question.
They're not, Tom, do you know that one, Tom?
Yeah, because it's basically the same reason.
Probably the same reason,
Yeah.
a different
Yeah.
kind of plastic.
Yeah.
And they thank you for, being able to answer their questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
Thanks.
And no one has called in.
Motion to close public comment?
Second?
Mr. Madigan?
Yes?
Mr. Mulkeon?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Rubenstein. Excuse me, Mayor Boonstra. I
Yes.
apologize.
Okay, Matt, anything you want to comment about the 8 o'clock meeting? A review?
Mayor, this morning, we attended the ECCR breakfast. And
Right.
We had the resolution for
Right.
developmental disabilities.
Yep.
The second resolution, 146, is just ratifying the motion we made at the end of our last meeting. And the rest of the items, I shouldn't say that. Resolution 150 also is acknowledging our Public Health Week, which is coming up in the first week of April before our next meeting. And the rest of the other resolutions are normal order of business. Normal order of business with regard to, the budget introduction.
Okay. Thank you. Policy action items? Anything we need to know there before we move on?
No report, Mr. Mayor.
All right, Township Committee member reports. Tim, you want to start off?
Sure, I'll be quick. Zoning met on Thursday. They didn't have any applications that they heard. They just memorialized resolutions from the prior meeting. Rec Board met also. They approved the coaches for the baseball and lacrosse season. And that otherwise was just regular business. Fireworks Committee met. Thank you to our administrator who met with me and the fire chief, the ambulance captain, and our police chief. We were able to agree that we were going to do food trucks this year so that we have some food at the event. We've also decided to do some fundraising by sending out a flyer to the Chamber of Commerce with different levels of contribution on how you could be recognized. And that's gonna go out after the fire department does their golf outing. So it'll go out in the first week of June, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're gonna meet again, was it on the 23rd of May? I can't remember.
I believe that's correct.
I think it's the 23rd. And then the only other matter was I attended the closing for Maple Lake in our attorney's office. Was happy to see that we finally, after years and years of working on it, were able to close on Maple Lake. It's a tremendous accomplishment, something that I've been involved in since I've been on this township committee, and I want to thank Bob Shannon for piloting us in the right direction, our attorney for doing the same. So thank you, and that's all I got.
Thank you, Tim. Tom?
Okay, a couple of things. Start out Maple Lake. I think a lot of people are aware of it. I know the mayor's gonna be commented extensively, so I won't say that, but we were at the Eastern Christian Children's Retreat breakfast this morning, and our neighboring town people were very complimentary on this 21-acre property that we've been pursuing these past 6 years. More about that from the mayor. We'll be introducing the budget tonight. I'll have comments along with Committeewoman Melissa Rubenstein about our budget, our introductory budget. Firemen's annual celebration was the other night, Saturday night, celebrating their many achievements. And congratulations to all our fire departments. And a special congratulations go to Company 1 for winning the annual inspection. And I just want to read into the record, and I'll give it to Nancy. My remarks, I think it's on behalf of not only me being the fire commissioner, but on behalf of the sentiment of the township. Tonight is a night to celebrate dedication to the community and our Wyckoff Fire Department family. I'm proud to be the fire commissioner last year and this year. It astounds me to frequently witness our fire department members with their commitment to the town and the pride they hold for their specific company. Yet reflecting on the time and effort of our firefighters, one cannot help realize they sacrifice time away from their families for their neighbors in Wyckoff. As we celebrate tonight, let us celebrate the mothers, fathers, spouses, brothers, sisters, and children who are an integral part of this department. As Fire Commissioner, on behalf of the Township Committee, we thank you all. They thank you. We are so blessed to live in this wonderful town with this volunteer spirit and rich traditions. On behalf of all the families in Wyckoff, we salute all of you, our firefighters, and our families. So I'll leave that for you, Nancy, but it was a great event, and we can't be more appreciative of them. Yet the last thing is, there seems to be some confusion on the fireworks committee, so I've updated, and I'd like to add to the consent agenda tonight, the update that the fire commissioner is also on the fireworks committee, because I didn't know about any of these details, so I'd like to just add that to the consent agenda. Mayor, if nobody objects.
I just have a question on that.
Right.
Well, the commissioner will be added as a member, not as a representative of township committee necessarily. You'll be added as a member from the fire department end of it, am I correct? 'Cause
Well, the consensus before January 1st was that Tim has done a great job on the fireworks committee.
Right.
Will still be in the fireworks committee, but going forward, the township committee felt they wanted to add the fire commissioner, whomever that may be, to the fireworks committee. I was happy to do it. Last time we had a meeting, if we recall, I asked to be included, and it's actually in the minutes, but they asked it was agreed on, but it didn't happen, so this will kind of update it. So if there's any confusion,
I still have questions.
if there's any confusion,
But it's not a co-liaison, you're just a member, like the chief is a member, and I'm just so we're clear here.
Well, it's a committee, like
It's a
the
committee.
Memorial Day Parade Committee is
committee.
two committee members on it, just like the other committees.
committee,
we
that's
have.
all it is.
Well, I'll direct your attention to the January 1st packet, which it says fireworks committee under my liaison assignments. It's not under yours.
Well, that's why I'm updating it, because I know you were confused. That's why I'm updating it. It was just a generic statement, the fire commissioner, because someone else might be fire commissioner next year. Someone else might be fire commissioner. So, but I did ask you at the last meeting, and you agreed that you would invite me, because I said I wasn't invited to the first one, and I wasn't invited to this, and
Because you weren't on the committee. I was on it in 2019 by myself, on the
no,
2021 by myself.
excuse me. I was mayor in 2019. I joined that committee, if you recall.
Mayor, I have a comment too. It's, when
Well,
we.
I think Tim was next, he was trying to say something, but.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I don't agree for it to be on the consent agenda.
I just have a comment. When we, before January 1st, when we were discussing committee assignments, we did discuss and we were in agreement that and it's nothing against Tim, you're doing a great job with the fireworks, but that the fire department is so closely involved with the firework committee that whoever is the fire commissioner should also be on the firework committee, and that was agreed upon. So January 1st, it might have been an oversight, then we didn't have it in there, so I think this is a great time to amend that and
I
what
don't
we all
agree
agreed.
I don't agree with the history that's portrayed, because when that discussion on liaison assignments was, I wanted to be the fire commissioner, and it wasn't given the opportunity to be it. And I was told, oh, well, you could still do the fireworks, you don't need to be the fire commissioner to be on the fireworks committee.
Right,
So,
it's a committee,
Yeah.
not a one person. So like we have the Memorial Day Parade Committee, Tom and I are on the committee.
But in 2019, 21, I was the only one doing it. And I was fine with it, and I was able to do it, and I don't really need
Well,
assistance.
Honestly, Tim,
'Cause it's-
last year fireworks, there was a lot of stuff we
There's a
didn't
lot of
know
loose ends.
before days right before the actual fireworks. And I don't think it hurts to have two members of the township committee on it, especially the fire commissioner, like we do at other committees in town.
Right. And last year, I was trying to spearhead the fire department for fundraising and guidance, and then we got to the event, and unfortunately, it didn't get translated. So I'm glad to hear that some of my recommendations, sounds like you met and agreed with them, but there's no personal reflection on anyone. It's just cleaning up, and if there was confusion, or if there was something you didn't agree with, I don't know why you agreed to include me the last meeting we were here.
I didn't agree. I was just listening to what you said. There wasn't any agreement on my part.
Right, it's not like it's a liaison position, it's a committee.
Okay, I'll make a separate motion at 8 PM meeting then, since you don't want it on the consent agenda.
Well, no,
Not a problem,
I-
Mr. Mayor. I have no problem.
I recall, I recall a discussion somewhere along here that the chief, or the fire commissioner would be a part of the fireworks committee. What I'm trying to get clear in my mind is, if it's a co-equal liaison position, so we're gonna have two liaison members, as we have, let's say, with, we used to have with the Zabriskie House, or we have on other committees. Or if it's just a matter of being a member from the fire department as the fire commissioner.
First of all, I think it's semantics. If Tim Shanley wants to be the chair, the lead, the top dog, whatever you want, I don't have any problem.
Okay.
But I'm just
All right.
saying the fire commissioner is part of the committee. If he
Okay.
wants to be the chairman, we'll put double asterisks, put lights on his name. I have no problem with that.
All right, we don't need sarcasm.
Yeah, I don't need lights
don't
on
need
my name.
sarcasm.
I never have.
All right, so we'll add it to the agenda. We'll add it to the agenda, under those conditions, that's fine. Okay. Tom, anything else?
No, thank you.
Pete?
All right, thank you, Mayor. Town hall renovations are still underway. We're making great progress. Small conference rooms almost done. Technology's getting to the 21st century in there, so it's gonna be a great meeting space for town hall. The Burgermeister room in the ladder back room, that room is complete. The carpeting for all the hallways should be all done by the beginning of next week. And most of the painting has been completed. And I would just like to thank our DPW for doing another amazing job with the renovations to the upstairs back over here. Also want to thank the DPW for another great salting job with that other little ice storm we had last Saturday. The Environmental Commission met last night. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend, but they are kicking off their recertification for Sustainable Jersey for our silver certification, which is it's a lot of work, but the Environmental Commission is doing a great job, and they'll be working on that. They're also getting ready for Shred Fest on April 22nd and Team Up to Tidy on April 23rd. Memorial Day Committee Parade Committee is meeting tomorrow night at the VFW. I also would like to make my annual meeting announcement that the military tribute banners is going live. It is live, and the deadline is April 29th. I just want to mention again that to honor someone on the banner, they do not have to live in Wyckoff. They could be family, a friend, and you can honor them. And if you need more information, it's on our website, also in our email blast, and there's these cards you could pick up down at Town Hall. And then just lastly, I attended my first fire department inspections. There was no inspections last year with COVID, and I had a great time. I was really impressed by all three fire departments. It was a great time, and then I also attended the dinner on Saturday night, so I just want to thank the fire department for everything they do and for the invitation. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Pete. I have quite a number of things here, so I'll try to be quick to finish up, so we don't have to extend the work session. The planning board met, but it was kind of uneventful. It was a short meeting. We We amended a resolution for a minor subdivision on Terhune Terrace. Some numbers had gotten in there wrong, and was suggested we amend it, so the board approved that. There was a completeness review for a soil movement permit on 311 Everett Street, which was approved. There was a fence application at 59 Colgate, and the board sent the applicant and his neighbors back to have some more conversations about it. And we carried the T-Mobile application to the April meeting. Library Board, this Saturday is Maker's Day at the library. I guess they haven't had it for 2 years due to COVID, and it'll be this Saturday, the 26th, so I'm gonna stop by there, and anyone else is welcome to stop by.
What time is it?
I'll get you the time. I think I'll find out. I didn't make note of that, sorry.
I can look on the website.
What's that?
I can look on the library website.
Okay. The library's gonna review their meeting room usage policies to include a little more thorough vetting. The library is actually in a phased reopening. They're open, masks are optional, but they have a plan, and they're in a phased reopening, which should be complete probably by spring, or by the summer. They received a gift from a family, the Frankel family, of Holocaust books. And there's gonna be a dedication ceremony on May 31st at 7 p.m. So that was very generous, and I'll be mentioning more of that as we get closer to May 31st. They also have increased van trips in cooperation with Christian Health from the Christian Healthcare Center and from the Vista to the library, so that's good. And that's all more sign that we're getting back to normal after COVID with the library. The Board of Health had a very short meeting. Steve Clark beat us all with about a 15-minute meeting at the Board of Health. Did quite a job. That's Board President Steve Clark. Parks. There's been a lot of discussion about the location of the restrooms for the new athletic facility at Memorial. There's talk about a freestanding restroom facility, and I, for one, and anyone else is willing to agree or disagree with me, especially the Facilities Committee, Pete and Melissa, or Tim from the rec end of it. But I need some measurements. I would like to know the size and the height, the exact distance, Matt, you may want to, well, I'll give this to you. The exact distance from the snack stand, the library, Woodland Ave, and the library parking lot. The height of the building, I said that. And I also, if it's gonna be, if there's gonna be additional storage in the building that was put up already, I wanna know if they need a drive aisle for access to the building, or now that I'm thinking about it, if there is a need for a drive aisle to service the kitchen and the snack facility. The other two snack bars we operate, namely at Pullis and at Community Park, have an asphalt access right up to the building. That is not the case at Memorial, and if there's gonna be more impervious surface taken up there, we should know that. So I have a list of things I need to know before I wanna go any further with it. So I don't know if anyone else wants to add or detract or tell me I'm crazy, but now's the time.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
And I know it's evolved, and I know there's a lot of rumors. I know the building's up. I know that originally the goal was, I believe the goal was, the snack stand, it's gonna have bathrooms, changing rooms. I know that I spent months and months and months and months with the original group that I was a member of, the Parks and Rec Foundation, that eventually donated $40,000 for a gazebo / pavilion. We were held up for a number of those months, hearing that the library board was gonna be doing something, be the same time. Again, we know the building's up. I too didn't see any dimensions. I don't know where they're thinking about putting what. And then I just heard these latest, I thought they were rumors, about maybe have a freestanding, so I too would like to find out, as a member of the township governing body, what the plan are, what's the location, what's the footprint, what's going where, so that we have some more clarity. I know that the library, at least a year and a half ago, was looking for dimensions, and I don't know if that ever happened, but
It did, very late in the game.
I'm not a
I
facility.
also
so I'm
forgot to
confused.
mention, there's some large trees there. I need to know the distance from the trees and possibly what it might do to the health of those trees.
Mayor, can I make a comment?
Sure.
I also think it's a great idea to go walk the site over there. I was over there on Friday. It's kind of proposed staked out where the bathrooms would be.
That doesn't do it.
No, I get it, seeing on paper, but it also, seeing it up live also makes a big difference
okay.
too. I think some of the proposed space, if the bathrooms were decided to be moved out of the snack stand to their own structure, it's not so much for storage, but more for a bigger space for the teams, for a locker room. And when I mean a locker room, not so much like a changing locker room, but a locker room during halftime. Obviously, you play football, sports, and rain, somewhere to get out of the rain. Maybe even a little multimedia with the TV
Right,
there
to
that
watch
can run
film.
over some films and stuff like that. So I'm not opposed to moving the bathrooms out of the snack stand, but, you know, as you said, it would, you know, it's helpful to see it laid out on a site plan and see the dimensions of it. But also for me, hearing something and then going over there,
Well-
walking in the snack stand, and then seeing where the proposed bathrooms would be. And I'm not saying one way or another, I'm just saying it helped me visualize stuff just a little bit better.
Well, unfortunately, that kind of brings me to my point, that only certain committee members were contacted to walk the site, and this is not a find 3 vote sort of organization. So we all need to, if this is the case, walk the site, but only certain committee members were invited to walk the site. So that's an
a good
issue.
idea. I think it's a good idea, we should.
Yeah, go walk it.
I know what we're
Well,
doing,
but
dimensions.
it's not, my call apparently to walk the site. It's,
All right, we're running out of time here, so what we're gonna do is, Rob, if you have any report for the work session, take your remarks now, and we'll have to recess the work session and reconvene after the 8 o'clock meeting.
Mark, real
Because I have more comments to make on other issues too.
I can be done in 2 seconds, real quick. Lebanon Street, the second reading's on tonight, so we'll get that out of the way, the vacation of the road. And as you all know, Maple Lake, I just wanted
Yeah.
to say Maple Lake closed.
Well,
Maple Lake
good
closed.
job, Rob.
Let me tell you, it's been a team effort since 2015. So
Right.
all the past committeemen and the residents in town who continue to vote for the Open Space Trust Fund. I hope everyone understands how much we've been able to do,
Right.
not just this project, but to maintain recreational fields and buy other pieces, and it's been a great thing, so thank you, everyone.
Okay. Yeah, I have more to say about that as well, but I think we're just about at 8 o'clock. And Tim, we'll come back to more discussion on this, on
Okay.
the recreation, on the
Yeah.
Memorial Field facility. and
definitely
Melissa,
need
you
that.
just got here as well. Okay? So and we don't need a C2 resolution tonight, we're not doing private session, no, okay. All right, so then I'll take a motion to recess the work session.
Motion to recess.
second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Bushika?
Yes. All right, we're in recess on the work session. And I guess we'll move into the business meeting if we're ready. Is that all okay with everyone? Move right into it?
Yeah.
Are
Very-
are you ready for budget?
But
Programming with
where's,
Tom before budget, or, and are you gonna mention this in the report?
where's my agenda?
Oh, I don't know.
Nancy,
I didn't bring it upstairs, I'm sorry, I thought you took it.
I'll go get it.
I thought you took it this morning.
thank you.
You want mine?
Let's you get a copy of this.
I have a copy of that. Yeah, no, I just don't have an agenda.
You know what, we'll take a 2-minute break.
Yeah.
We'll take a 2-minute break. Okay.
We have 2 minutes?
Yeah, we'll take a 2-minute break.
I was gonna do this, and then this. All right, so just add in, I'm gonna do a couple, and then just add in where, yeah.
How are you, Diana? Thank you for joining us.
The good thing about working from home on a
Okay.
day of the meeting, I get to eat before I come here, so. Ugh. It's off Cedar
We're gonna
Hill
get
Ave behind
this-
Canterbury.
Maple Lake is, we'll get back to it later. I'll address it, okay. In fact, there's another opportunity for public discussion at this meeting, too. We'll get back to it later, because I have more comments to make on it. Okay, thanks.
Melissa, did you have a chance to print this out?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I left that.
Okay.
I thought I had another agenda.
Okay, that's fine.
You have another one there?
Okay. You ready? Okay, the regular 8 p.m. business meeting of the Wyckoff Township Committee for Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022 is now in session. Everyone will rise for a flag salute. Ready, salute, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Remain standing. I'll give a brief prayer for invocation. Father in heaven, we thank you for bringing us together tonight, for considering the business of the Township of Wyckoff, and we ask that you give us wisdom as we do so. But there are larger issues that we come in front of you for tonight, namely war-torn areas in our world. They are all over, but we pray tonight especially for the suffering people in the country of Ukraine. We ask that you ease their burden, ease their suffering, and bring peace to their land. In your name we pray, amen. Okay, you may be seated.
This regular business meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff is now in session. In accordance with Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, I wish to advise that notice of this meeting has been posted on the bulletin board in Memorial Town Hall and on our Township Committee website page. A copy has been filed with the municipal clerk, and copies were emailed to the Ridgewood News, the Record, and to the North Jersey Herald News, all newspapers with general circulation throughout the Township of Wyckoff. At least 48 hours prior to this meeting, the agenda thereof was similarly posted, filed, and emailed to certain newspapers.
Thank you, Nancy. Roll call, please.
Mr. Madigan?
Here.
Mr. Melchiong?
Here.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Here.
Mr. Shanley?
Here.
And Mayor Wisdom.
Here. Okay, I'll take a motion to open the business meeting for public comment, 5 minutes per speaker, for public comment on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of Wyckoff.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an
O-
affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
Okay, thank you. The meeting is open for public comment. If anyone would like to say anything, I'll get back to Maple Lake later because I haven't completed my report. Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone else wish to say anything? If anyone wishes to call in, it's 201-891-7000, extension 2220.
Seeing and hearing no one, I move to close public comment.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
If someone would make a motion to approve the March 1st, 2022 work session and regular business meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
Consent agenda. Hold on. Just hold on. What do you want to report on the budget?
Comes afterwards.
Yeah, okay, all right,
We're doing the budget after the
Okay.
consent agenda.
okay. All right, consent agenda, please.
All matters listed below are considered by the Township Committee to be routine in nature. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If any discussion is desired by the Township Committee, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. We have several resolutions on tonight. 145, March is designated as Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. 146, award of contract pay-to-play compliance. 147, release performance cash surety for 515 Wyckoff Avenue. 148, authorization of vouchers and payment of bills. 149, return of certain overpaid taxes, etc. 150, National Public Health Week, April 4th through 10th, 2022. 151, emergency temporary appropriations. 152, authorized signing of civil rights compliance for American Rescue Plan. 153, self-examination of municipal budget eligibility. 154, authorized installment payment plans for delinquent sewer users. We have one ordinance on for introduction, ordinance number 1958, an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank. And we have two motions. The first is to approve and memorialize Grace United Methodist Church's installation of a 20-foot by 30-foot tent to hold outdoor Sunday school sessions and vacation Bible school sessions, as well as an 18-inch by 36-foot sign promoting the Vacation Bible School, which will hang from the side of the tent that faces Eder Avenue. And also approve and memorialize a date change for Christian Health's flower and gift sales signage, which we previously approved. On February 15th, 2022, we approved Christian Health to post signage from March 25th to April 3rd, 2022. They had a little communication issue within their organization, and the dates of posting that they really require are April 1 to April 10, 2022. May I have a motion and a second to approve this consent agenda?
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, this motion is approved. So you wanted a separate motion.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion that we accept an update as of March 22nd, 2022 Township Committee liaison assignments to departments and board to reflect in writing fire commissioners also on the fireworks committee.
Okay. I'm just want to make sure I've got the right thing, because different things were discussed. And one was that it would be a liaison assignment, which is what Mr.
That's what it
Madigan
is.
is saying, and other people are saying that he would serve as a member of the committee.
My motion is to update the January 1
A liaison assignment.
liaison assignments to reflect the fire commissioner is also on the fireworks committee, or in this case, Thomas J. Madigan. Rather than it was discussed, it was agreed to, it clearly states fireworks committee.
I second that.
I'm still not clear how the role is, but, okay.
Okay, Mr. Madigan?
Yes.
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
No.
Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
Thank you.
Next, we have a resolution not included with the consent agenda. Number 22-155, introduction of the 2022 municipal budget.
Before we introduce the resolution, can I introduce the budget?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So this is my 5th year of being able to serve on our finance committee and for several years, Tom Madigan and I have co-chaired the committee. It's one of my favorite things to do as a committee person. We take great pride in our budget, in our tax rate, in our dedication to the taxpayers. And with Diana McLeod's help, and recently Matt Cavallo's help, we've crafted what we believe is a budget that's really in the best interest of the taxpayers. We have limited the increase to less than 0.3%. The average home, the impact will be a tax increase of $17.98 for 2022. That's 0.2 cents per $100 of assessed value. And within that budget, we've stuck to the principles that we have kind of believed in over the past few years. The first being infrastructure. We are dedicated to make the roads in our town as safe and as drivable as possible. Drive around other towns in Bergen County, hit a lot of potholes. The roads that our town is able to improve that are not county roads, we strive to improve them. So that is a big focus of our budget. Safety and service, also a main focus of our budget. We've increased the number of solar-powered flashing lights, flashing signals at crosswalks around our elementary schools. At Franklin and Crescent, Wyckoff and Monroe, Grandview and Ravine, we have traffic calming signs. We've tried to hold the line on spending. Every year, our department heads come to us with what they need for our departments. And we spent several meetings and a lot of hours parsing through what our department heads need. And hopefully we've satisfied a lot of their requests, but always keeping the taxpayer in mind. And what I would like to always remind taxpayers is that the municipal budget is only 14% of your total property taxes. So that's the portion that we have control over. That's a portion that we're talking about tonight. And we will put out our PSA so that everybody can really see and understand with an actual pie chart, which I love, pie chart, bar graph, that 46% of your taxes go to the local schools, 24% go to the regional schools, 14% go to county taxes and open space, 2% is the mandatory library tax, 14% is a municipal tax and open space. I think something that's really important this year to note, as Rob was saying with Maple Lake, your open space taxes, that minimal amount that every resident pays every year, allowed us to preserve 21 acres of land. That was a huge accomplishment for our town. And now going forward, without those huge acquisitions, our focus on open space can be maintaining our parks, our gardens, and our fields, our open spaces, to make them accessible and enjoyable by all of our residents. So I'm incredibly proud of this budget and look forward to any questions, both from the public and from the rest of the committee members. Tom, do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to report, thank you, Melissa. And I too enjoyed the last 5 years working with you. Not that we enjoyed the budget process, because it gets arduous and challenging, but
We have our moments, but
special thanks to Diana McLeod, who really hangs in there and shepherds us through it and makes a lot of wise decisions each and every day. But as you pointed out, we're very proud of this year's budget. We were particularly mindful of the inflation pressures on our residents, which we are each and every year, but particularly this year. And just a couple other minor things to add. This 2022 budget begins our process of providing our police officer radio and software upgrades, which will improve public safety and communications should there be the need for that. We did our best to hold the line on cost. We held flat the standard operating expenses as compared to last year's. And again, thanks to our department managers who worked very hard to minimize expenditures and assisted all of us to hold down operating expenses. And just one last final thing, we were extremely mindful of safety within the town, and as we went through the various expenses and requests, we're glad to say that police, fire, and public works, we were able to fund a lot of their most pressing needs. So it was a good experience, and as Melissa said, we try to do our role. We're only 14% of your tax bill, and your county is 14%, local schools, K-8 schools, 46%, the high school is 24%, and I'm confident that they're also mindful of the added inflationary pressures that our residents have. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom and Melissa. Anyone else wish to comment?
I just have a quick question, and having Diana here, our CFO, may help. One of the pressing needs that I see in the next few years is a ladder truck for the and I've known about it since I've been on in 2017, that we're on borrowed time with that. Is there anything we can do to plan for, in this budget, or does that all have to be in the future when we purchase it? Because inflationary pressure is hitting us now, and trying to buy anything right now is tough, and it might be even harder as we go down the road.
Okay, so can I comment? Sure. And then can you fill us in? Maybe you missed that one meeting, but January 4th, we gave the fire department the go-ahead to form a committee to look into the ladder truck, thinking of the future. The goal is to take delivery of a ladder truck in 2025. We did several things. Diana can comment a little bit, as you asked her, but they are forming a committee. Again, the ladder truck, the company won. We also asked them that when they put this committee together, I asked them last week where they were. They haven't finalized it. That we also have someone from Company 2 and then someone from Company 3, where it is the Wyckoff Fire Department. So the goal is to be able to maneuver and to plan for delivery of the fire truck in 2025, but Diana can kind of jump in too.
I believe over time with the Finance Committee, it was decided that rather than put money away as we used to in sinking funds, which is basically taxing or increasing taxes and holding the money for future use, that it would be better on a large ticket item like that to have debt and go out to bond, because we would anyway. And then the year prior, when we know we're going to award the bid for it, after the bid specs and the quotes are taken in, we would just need a down payment in that year's budget, and then we would debt the rest.
Okay.
I think it's more fiscally prudent on a large ticket item like that than trying to put money away.
Okay, thank you.
We have just competing needs every budgetary year.
One thing that some of us had been talking about was that the fire truck committee really should be formed by this governing body, since we're financing it and purchasing it. So I would definitely be willing to get the recommendations from the fire department, and then we, if everybody's amenable to it, it really should be formed by our governing body.
Yeah, because we really haven't set the budget
Right, no,
yet,
but
that we
it's-
still have to set from the township. We asked them to start putting the committee together. They were kind of anxious to do it. There are a lot of other things going on, but we gave them the go-ahead January 4th, and they're still evolving, but
Right.
I'll
But if
mention
they
that as
could,
well.
yeah, I mean, if they could give us their list, and then we can kind of supplement it with two of our members, with Diana, because there are some town hall staff that are gonna have to be involved with that.
Particularly with the dollars and cents.
Right,
It's gonna be a substantial purchase, so
right,
Yeah, exactly.
so.
That's why I brought
Are
it
you
up.
proposing to do that
it's all in place.
for the purchase of a pump or two, which is kind of a routine thing going forward?
No, we were just talking about the ladder truck.
That's because of the the cost.
It's like 2.5 times.
Yeah,
No, I know
exactly.
what the cost is, I know what it is. Well, I think we need a I think, you know,
We don't have
I'm
the
not opposed to
names,
it, but
yeah.
I think we should flesh it out a little more. Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. Again, I'll report back when they put together, I asked them last week, but they weren't quite ready from again, they have to develop the specs, what they're looking to do, and then, you know, gonna need some guidance and input.
I think by Q4, we should probably have the committee in place. I mean, this is
Oh,
a
definitely.
2025 delivery, so 2024
Yeah, well, they should be doing it
water.
now. It's gonna take them a
Right.
year to put the specs together.
Right.
That's why we gave them the go-ahead January 4th. Okay.
Pete, anything?
I don't have any.
Just a general comment. I think the annual increase is very appropriate in the inflationary times we're looking at going forward, and I commend the committee for doing that. And as Tom indicated, I only hope our other entities who demand, or not demand, but utilize Wyckoff taxpayer monies would look at their budgets with the same eye. So I appreciate what our finance committee has done, and ask that everyone would develop the same philosophy when putting their budgets together.
Can I make the motion to introduce the budget? Resolution 22-155.
I'll second it.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes?
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
Thank you all.
Moving on, we have an ordinance for public hearing further consideration, as our township attorney mentioned. It's ordinance number 1957, which is an ordinance to vacate a portion of Lebanon Street located in Block 498, Lot 23.2, Block 498, Lot 18.01, Block 500, Lot 1.01, and Block 500, Lot 18 within the township of Wyckoff. For second reading by title only, a copy of this ordinance has been posted on our municipal website, on the bulletin board in Town Hall where public notices are customarily posted, and copies have been made available to members of the general public of the township who have requested the same.
I move the ordinance on second reading by title only.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes?
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
This is the time and place for the public hearing on ordinance number 1957. All persons who wish to be heard, please state your name and address before making your statement. If you wish to comment remotely, please dial 201-891-7000, extension 2220. Or if you're here, you can step up to the microphone.
Mayor, I will state that the 4 properties or residents that are going to be affected by this by virtue of picking up a little more property have been notified. And I know
Okay.
for sure because I personally hand-delivered the letter, the ordinance, and the time and place for the meeting tonight to each of the residents personally.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Anyone else wish to comment?
Seeing and hearing no one, I move that the public hearing on ordinance 1957 be closed.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes?
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved. Be it resolved by the Township Committee of the Township of Wyckoff that ordinance number 1957, after public hearing and further consideration, is hereby adopted, and the municipal clerk is hereby authorized and directed to publish the notice of final passage of said ordinance in the official newspaper for the township as provided by law.
I move the resolution.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes?
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
Okay, I'll take a motion to adjourn the business meeting and reconvene the work session.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Madigan?
Yes?
Mr. Melchiong?
Yes.
Ms. Rubenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor Boonstra?
Yes.
With an affirmative vote, the motion is approved.
All right, folks, we're back in the work session. Melissa, you want to give your report, and then I'll finish up what I was saying.
You know what, I'm gonna hold what I have to say. Did you report on Zabriskie House?
No, I was going to
Okay,
leave
so
that.
yeah,
One moment, Mr. Mayor, we have to do a motion to reconvene.
I did it all in one motion.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Motion to adjourn and reconvene.
do we need
think I can do
Diana?
that.
Let's let Diana go.
Thanks, Diane.
Good night, Diana.
Thank you, Diana.
Thank you for coming. Zabriskie House, we had a meeting after, so we met originally probably 2 years ago to discuss fixing the wall on Franklin Ave that abuts Zabriskie House. And due to COVID, we had to put it off. So we finally were able to reconvene, had a meeting of all the trustees, Rudy and I attended, and we have it on the calendar pretty much to go ahead with fixing the wall on Franklin Ave. And what's kind of nice about this project is that we're not bringing in any new stone. We have a little bit of a stockpile of original stone, so we're able to use it to reconstruct the wall. And then, over time, there are other sections of the wall that need to be taken care of, but we're getting the process started after several years because it's pretty much crumbling. There's gonna be some new drainage added, and it's gonna look a lot better than it does now.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'm really happy to see that.
Yeah, I attended the on-site visit because I was part of this from the beginning when Melissa and I both were liaisons to the Zabriskie House. She's the only liaison now, so I don't anticipate attending any more of these.
You
Oh,
sure?
nice.
We can make you a liaison again.
Do you have anything else?
No,
Are
I'm
you-
good.
That's
good.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just finish up here then. I too attended the inspections last Friday night at the 3 firehouses and the awards dinner on Saturday. And I offer congratulations to Fire Company 1 to do an outstanding job in winning the annual competition. Today, Matt, Tom, and I, as mentioned earlier, attended the Eastern Christian Children's Retreat Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month breakfast at the Brownstone in Patterson, and it was a nice event. There were mayors there from Midland Park, Waldwick, Hawthorne, Oakland, and Wyckoff. Did I miss any one time? I think that was it. So it was nice. It was very nice. And it was good to see everyone there. There were there were council members from Wayne and also a council member from Oakland. And that's where, there were 2 council members from Midland Park, and that's where Councilwoman Nancy Pete, from Midland Park, thanked us and kind of congratulated us on the Maple Lake acquisition, because it actually affects them as well in the Wharton Dyke area. So now, that'll bring me to Maple Lake. As Rob indicated, this began back in 2015, I guess it was, the first contact from the property owners, and then we negotiated, didn't go anywhere, then it went cold for a period of time. Then they acquired a new attorney, and things began to move again. And there were many meetings and a lot of work by Rob Landell, so we can't thank you enough, Rob, for everything you put into this. And it was at Rob's office last week, we had the final documents were signed for the closing. So it is now ours, and what our intention to do is, from my Parks, I'll put my Parks Commissioner hat on, we're going to get a couple companies in there to see what we can do to clean up debris that's in there. There's some old foundations, some other things that are in there, while we have full access to the property before any development starts. Now, the property is on the 90-degree bend on the lower end of Cedar Hill Ave. It's into the left. It's accessed through the street that we renamed McNamara Place. And we'll have a limited amount of parking there with a small access way, and it'll basically just be a very passive, natural space, like a bird sanctuary or an arboretum or whatever you want to call it. And it'll extend, as I said, it'll extend our wetlands buffer from right behind the car wash here all the way along the railroad track down to Newtown Road on the other side of town. So thanks to everyone for that. Now, I also spoke to Councilwoman Pete about the Ridgewood Water and the lead pipe replacement and all the rest of it, and they want to have more contact with Ridgewood Water. And I failed to mention this at our last meeting. Tim Shanley has agreed, he knows more of Ridgewood Water than any of us here. He has agreed to be our representative to that group that Midland Park and Glen Rock are looking to put together to have conversations with Ridgewood Water and try to get a seat at the table. I think that's it. The only thing left is, I would like to wish Tim and Melissa Shanley happy 15th anniversary, which was this past weekend. So happy anniversary, Tim, for
Thank
both
you.
of you.
Thank you.
So-
That was why I missed the,
Right.
the inspection dinner. Although I was very impressed by seeing the inspections take place at all three firehouses.
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
tremendous.
So, unless I missed anything, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Did you want to finish up the bathroom situation?
Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right. You
just
had a
'cause
comment on that.
We left
Right,
a
I'm
few
sorry.
things
Thank you.
hanging on that one. We left a few things hanging.
Right, yeah, go ahead.
So, no, you had mentioned that you want some type of site plan with it, which I don't have a problem with, but who's gonna be the one who actually does the site plan? It's our property, our DPW is the one who's been doing it.
Well, I would say, the last site plan was prepared by Steve Ide Company. I would say that would be the person to do it.
I thought he was doing it. Have you seen anything, Woody?
There was something at the library meeting last week, but there were no clear measurements on it, and it really, there was just a triangle drawn kind of in between the library and the new snack stand, which was for the bathroom. There were no measurements.
You just want a location survey with dimensions that.
Yeah.
But that's like,
I mean, I think I enumerated what I'm looking for.
but that's like a year and a half ago they were working on, that's what I always heard.
Correct.
You want it before we move forward?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's fine.
yeah. I need to see measurements.
Not only do we need to see measurements, we need to vote on it before
Yeah,
it
we need
moves
to
forward.
approve it. I mean, it's another
I
building
understand what the vision
that,
is.
that we're looking at, and, you know, needs our approval, quite honestly.
Agreed.
And,
But I'm
I
gonna
don't wanna just wing it, and, well, we thought it was gonna be here because there were stakes here, but it really turned out to be here, and we can't operate that way, we can't do it.
But I'm gonna reiterate that we also don't operate by certain committee members being contacted to walk the site and certain committee members not be contacted to walk the site.
That's why I'm asking for what I'm asking for, so we all know
Right.
what's
I'm
going on
just
here.
saying.
Okay? That's why I'm asking for it, quite frankly. Anything else? Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Mr. Madigan?
Yes,
Mr. Melfion?
Yep.
Ms.
is it
Rubenstein?
okay?
yes.
Mr. Shanley?
Yes.
And Mayor
It's okay
Bushell?
on time.
Yes,
With an
we are
affirmative vote,
adjourned.
the motion's approved.
Going on, not too bad.
Good job, Rudy Boonstra.
Thanks for attending, Mike.
Rudy, Woody.
Would you like any more information about